In Matthew chapter 16 and verse 24, Jesus makes this bold statement. If anyone would come after me, let him deny himself, take up his cross, and come follow me. Jesus set the example to take up the cross. He literally laid down his life, sacrificed himself at the cross. And that sacrifice brought so much. In fact, it changed the world. It changed the fact that you and I can now know forgiveness of sins, what it is to be clean of sin and guilt, of shame, not because of how good or bad we are, of anything you can do, but other than simply to believe that because of what Jesus did at the cross, that you might now know that the price has been paid, that we now are acceptable before God in such a way that we can enter into the very presence of God, that we might be around him, that therefore we might become like him, that we would deny ourselves and take up our cross. What might that look like in your life today? Well, in Romans chapter 12, Paul put it a little bit like this. He said, do not be conformed to the patterns of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. In other words, there are things that we have to leave behind, the ways of the world, that we might take on the ways of Jesus, that we might be like Jesus. What an incredible invitation to everyone. Because my plea today would be simply this: find a way to give time to being around Jesus. Because the door has been opened for you and I to do exactly that. That as a result, we might begin to do the things that Jesus did. I appreciate that there's many practices of Jesus in the form of prayer and solitude and fasting and the like. But there's also a way of Jesus that has an outworking where miracles took place. Lives were transformed. People made clean, lepers clean. People made to walk, the blind to see. I wonder what miracles might be on the other side of us denying ourselves, taking up our cross, and come follow Jesus. The invitation is to an incredible and amazing adventure that I pray that you're on the journey and take up. God bless.